And welcome to another edition of the Battletech animated series commentary. I'm JP Arbiter.
I'm Mrs. Arbiter.
And this is episode 11, Shadow Heir, also called A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the series finale. So, it's also the one and only episode where we get to see the Hatamoto Chi, and yet in enhanced imaging, and no... And the mech doesn't appear in the next two episodes, which are the last two. So, go figure there. Also, a lot of continuity errors and silliness ensues. So, why don't we just watch and comment and see where it takes us?
See where this goes, right?
Right. The first time we get to see Clan Smoke Jaguar.
Coming out of flames?
Yep. Very briefly.
Fly on the wall?
Yep. And apparently that's supposed to be like flamethrowers that they were using.
Even though
And Draconis Combine soldiers using wolfhounds and a centurion. The 1994, so the unseen brouhaha just happened, so not having a Phoenix Hawk is forgivable.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Hatamoto Chi, sure, it's cool. I actually kind of regret that there wasn't a Hatamoto Chi toy. That and the Vulture and the Mad Cat were three mechs that needed to happen. The planet was Turtle Bay. So. Come, Space Jesus. So I gotta ask the obvious question. If it's a matter of hours until they jump into Somerset, where are they coming from? And what are they doing?
That's a good question.
Well, I know what they're doing now. They're getting their asses kicked.
Well, yeah.
But still, I mean, this whole Shadow Heir thing, it sounds like they were coming back from an adventure of some kind. So, why not there? And the Metapatch gag makes a return.
Yeah.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Well, at least Zero G makes it easy to drag a body.
Yeah. Wait, does his forehead look bigger than usual?
Yeah, his forehead did look bigger than usual. Also, we missed an opportunity. Did you back with Hohiro Kurita? First off, he looked very Irish. And did you notice that his hairline made it look like he had a butt on his forehead?
Butthead Kurita?
Butthead Kurita.
Okay, where's Beavis? But you could imagine them commenting about the music.
God. Enka metal. What now? What now is a perfectly reasonable response.
Another big forehead.
Yeah. Yeah. That should be the subtitle for this episode. Shadow errors and big foreheads.
Shadow Heir, the forehead of fortune.
The forehead of doom. Could they make that ISF goon sound any more pretentiously Japanese?
Not really.
Not without devolving into downright racism?
Pretty much.
Oh, my mullet is so much more obvious without my hairband.
But why the robes? Why the kimono? Dude, seriously.
Why are we in a ninja movie all of a sudden?
Who do you think I am?
You are a freaking Rosselhagen. Why do you care?
He's adopted Korean, I guess.
I guess. Just...
Is that their explanation for why he does this?
And Franklin Sakamoto shows he is the only sensible one here. Oh. Or so you think, cliché. Ding!
Didn't you wonder why they had you trained as a samurai? In secret? Now that the official heir to the throne has been taken by the clan, you must save the power that is right within you. Can you show me one shred of evidence to verify this wild fairy tale?
And here's the stupidest thing in this show.
Sword of your ancestors? It has been in my family for untold generations. Really?
An easily faked UV seal on a sword is his one shred of evidence. How about the coordinator's DNA's on file, so if we do a DNA match, you should have the exact same mitochondrial RNA as he.
Mm-hmm. The sword really doesn't make sense, but if it's a family heirloom, I suppose. But then again, for all we know, they could have had it faked on any sword.
A sword a birth certificate does not make. We need the long-form birth certificate. Franklin Sakamoto was born on Kenya. Everyone knows it. Ergo, he is not qualified to be coordinator of the Draconis Combine.
I was waiting for that reference to come into play.
And now he has a goon that is very, very Irish behind him.
Wow. Interbreeding?
Well, Battletech has been, you can have Rabbi Lenore, or, oh god, what was it? Rebecca O'Malley Rodriguez and her wife Lenore. And no one would bat an eye. Oh, of the Capellan Confederation.
But you can't really tell he's scared.
Yeah, I know.
The desperation is obvious.
Captain Chest Hair over there had a really massive forehead, too. It was underneath his beret. The bulge was bigger than usual.
Yeah.
He's like Jamie Hyneman of Mythbusters. Does that beret ever come off? No.
This is the one episode where we notice the hair more than anything else. How is that? The hair and the foreheads. Always a little curl. Good luck there.
It's not just Captain Chest Hair, but Captain Arm Hair. Zach Hawkins is hairy.
Captain Bear.
Captain Big Bear.
Captain Fuzzy.
Okay, so the Strikers now have 4 Shylone fighters, and as well as their 2 Banshees. That's interesting.
That's new. Borrowed?
Whip.
I guess? Or
Yeah, they're from the ISF crew.
Ah.
I will admit I have a weakness for Indian women, so her telling me not to move, yes, ma'am.
The good captain blew our engines in Shanghai. Frank,
What?
the question is,
And throwing out a perfectly good helmet.
Oh,
Not really.
Someone will pick it up.
Yeah, but I'd hold on to the darn thing at least.
stuck in the boat from them while you continue your mission. How will you get them back to us? We in the Dracona Online. Gotta say, always unit before ninja, duty before heart.
Duty before heart.
Gonna distract you from your mission.
And of course, they should have cut to a commercial break there in order. Although there's enough foreshadowing there, I guess, but they could have cut to a commercial break to leave this in the air.
Would there really be that much of an opening?
Depends on how the cockpit is designed. In the case of the Hatamoto, sure, why not?
Okay.
Other mechs were designed to have whole face plates open up like
Yeah.
that. The Cerberus was notable for it.
Your ascension will only strengthen. How? By starting a civil war?
Speak of the devil.
Civil War? You mean it hasn't started yet?
At last we have found the rebel Captain Christoph.
Okay, I gotta bring this up. This episode really solidified my love of the Centurion battle mech as a kid. But in hindsight, keep the Centurion for the head ISF goon, but the other two should have been in, like, we had the Crab, the Thug, and the Champion from that one episode way back when. Mm-hmm. So use those.
Okay, why do this armor really look like they're almost wearing nothing more than stuff from the peach throws me off.
The Peach
Yeah, the coloration
on...
the in mech suits, I guess.
pff.
It just seemed weird because it looked like he was wearing nothing but straps for a second. And I'm like, wait a second, what? What?
March in unison.
Walk this way. Walk this way.
You have him in your sight. Shoot. Great shot of the Centurion right there. I need to freeze frame that. Wonder Twin powers activate.
I must get you to think. I will not flee like a criminal. You have no choice. Now that they know who and where you are, they will never stop hunting you.
At least this particular cockpit shot looks reasonable in terms of size.
Yeah.
With all the wires and whatnot.
Yeah. Not nearly as luxurious as the rest.
Autocannons blazing.
Then again, the whole escalator to the cockpit was just a kook.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 wolf. 3-way battle.
Leave everybody against us as usual.
Hatamoto running. Hatamoto running.
Maybe we can buy him some time. One way or another, I'm gonna find out what it's really all about.
And this sequence right here, this particular EI sequence, does kind of throw my argument about the Crab, Thug, and Champion being this ISF guy's backup rather than a bunch of Centurions out the window. Because that would have been new CG assets, which in 1994 or 95 would have cost ludicrous amounts of money. So the argument is there. I get it. I
Yeah.
do get it.
But there's some you understand why they're not there.
But for the conventionally animated sequences, I mean, to have a little more variety in those groups would have been nice.
It does make you wonder, what do you think a new series based on the Battletech universe would look like?
Uh,
Or what storyline you think it would follow?
make a new one up. That's the best way to do it, is to make an entirely new story up. I do
Obviously, keep in touch with Catalyst, keep it canon, but, you know...
Mm-hmm.
Lord knows it wouldn't be that hard to write up a good story.
Well, there was supposed to be, when WizKids had the license, a CG movie that was supposed to be Dark Age era, and that kind of vaporized out of nowhere. There was that 6-minute Dave School short film.
Yeah, I remember that.
So,
I remember all the hype about that, I'm like, but where is it? I've never seen it.
yeah, it didn't. It was supposed to be premiere at Gen Con 2006 and missed.
Mm-hmm.
This fight isn't between us. I've got the guts to lay down my arm if you have the honor to stand beside us now.
Behold my giant mech balls. Why dismount when you have the ability to pulverize that structure to the dirt?
That's a good question.
Negative. I need you to monitor for any incoming mech.
Normally a bad idea, but Rachel could maneuver out of there using maintenance mode.
Yeah.
Fast on their prey. Have you no honor? You fight to defend a criminal.
Excuse me while I punch the gun out of your hand.
I'd say he's a criminal by circumstance. At least that'd be my argument.
No, I will remain here and make my stand. Allow me to take care of the intruders.
Arm bars everywhere!
Someone needs a PPC after this.
I don't know, Adam's acting like he just got one to the face.
We knew you were tracking us down.
That's just the Hangover. The Hangover, a Battletech version.
Your successor will be working for a new coordinator.
Nope!
Yep, not happening.
Highness, what are
Okay, consistency question. How is he able to cut through the laser and yet still do what he does next?
Cut through the laser, I assume it's mostly plastic.
Okay.
And katanas traditionally are made using high carbon metal called pig iron. Which
There's
makes
that joke again.
That's not true. Anyway, katanas traditionally are used to make with a steel made from pig iron, which makes the blades very, very brittle. It's to the point where using a katana in a fight is actually an art form. A medieval broadsword, for all of its lack of finesse, is much more durable. For example, if you keep your wrists... Blah, I'll move on. I'm not the Messiah!
It's in your blood.
And Asian Jesus. I may be the coordinator's son, but I still sign your paychecks as Sakamoto, assholes. Now get back to work!
And he's the new Neo.
I never thanked you for coming to my defense.
Anyway, what I was saying about katanas earlier is that you can easily snap a katana's blade over your knee.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
For your country and your family. You become as valuable to me as they are.
After all, you're Space Jesus.
We have just received intelligence on Prince Heir. He has been successfully liberated from the clan prison on Soto Bay. Now that the prince is safe, the royal line is no longer in doubt. Mr. Sakamoto need not worry about the prince's future.
They were the fact that they were chucking hand grenades at mechs and like hitting them 3 stories up.
Now we must continue our
Good aim.
I guess. So, Anyway, that was episode 11, Shadow Heir. When next we meet, we will be engaging in the marathon two-parter of the series, episodes 12 and 13, which finish it off on Somerset, and the greatest cliffhanger ever.
Oh, yes.
So, have a good one, folks.